What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video that actually has my whole entire face in it. Thankfully, I have someone assisting me by holding the camera. Thank you, camera person. But today I'm going to be bringing you a video of pretty much how I got into blacksmithing, which I've been doing for, I think, about a year and a half now. And um, I've really enjoyed it. Most of my knives that I've made, which is only like 3, I've made 2 of them from railroad spikes. This is the first one I made. It was going to be a gift for someone really special to me. That person's probably going to watch this video, and you know who you are. I'm not going to be all sentimental on camera. But I kind of messed it up, which I'm really mad at myself about. I forged the edges way too thin. I mean, like paper thin. So when I went to profile it and actually grind it to shape and get all the forge scale off, I ended up burning kind of the edges, and they literally, I can chip it with my fingernail, which I hardened this blade because it was scatafile just fine. It just, I guess when I went to grind it, it just messed it up. But this is actually the second knife that I made. I cut it out of a huge ass metal wedge, and I was going for more of a Viking seaxe type look, and I messed it up because I have no idea what kind of steel this is, but I could not get this thing to glow red hot at all. I mean, I know it looks like I could, and it's got temper colors right here, but this thing would not heat up. I don't know if it's the type of steel that it is or what, but this thing I nicknamed the Bone Breaker because it has no edge on it and can literally, in one smack on somebody's skull, probably split it open. But I love it still, and it's heavy as hell. Now to my third knife that I just recently finished. This is made out of a railroad spike, as you can see. Leather wrapped the handle, and again I forged the edge a little too thin, and you probably can't see that little chip right there, but I smacked something hard with it after I tempered it and hardened it, so don't even try to give me that kind of stuff. But I chipped the edge, so this knife is not for chopping at all, which I don't think railroad spike knives really are because they're mild steel. But this thing is definitely sharp. I mean, I'm not gonna try to like cut anything because I have nothing to cut. But I love this knife. I carry this knife with me every day. This is my personal knife. But today I'm pretty much making a video about my next project, which is going to be made out of this, which is, I guess, a huge metal stake, I guess is what it would be called. It's about 1 inch wide and over a foot in length. And what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna try to make a Viking seaxe out of this. I'm gonna try and forge the blade. I think I wrote down right here to 9.5 inches, which I have marked on it in Sharpie. I'm gonna have the handle area that I'm gonna stretch out, of course, when I flatten this out, is gonna be 3 inches. That line right there is not the correct line. This one right here is the correct handle, like layout line, I guess, like where I'm gonna like work the metal and back and like stretch it. But that's what I'm gonna be making with this. My forge is not hot enough to forge weld. I know this is probably made out of mild steel. I would do a high carbon inlay on the edge, but my forge is definitely not hot enough to do that with. But here's the overall design that I'm going to be going for. I kind of sketched in a little bit of the handle, but as you can see, it's more the traditional Viking seaxe layout. I got pretty much how I'm gonna do the bevel and everything, how I want it to look, and I wrote out how long the blade's gonna be, how long the handle's gonna be, and hopefully it's gonna be nice, but you never know. Then I'm gonna go over my layout of how literally I have everything when I'm forging. Alright. These are what I use to grab the metal. I know I don't have any blacksmithing tongs, not toms. What the hell? So I just mostly use pliers because I'm broke. As you can see, I literally go with the cheapest thing possible. I got this railroad track from my granddad. Got that vise from my other step granddad. I keep a wire brush handy right beside my bootleg anvil, is what I'm gonna call that. And that's for pretty much scraping off the forge scale to get as clean of a blade as I can when I'm done. But I use mostly this little pair of pliers most of the time because they can adjust and I can grab pretty easily a railroad spike. I usually use these for like bigger things. I hardly ever use these. But this hammer right here I call Thor. It's pretty much literally an old sledgehammer that the handle was cracked, so I cut it off, wrapped it with a lot of electrical tape, did a little bit of carving with the metal chisel. 8 pounds. This is a big boy hammer. You gotta have some muscle behind this thing. This is the hammer I use most of the time. I usually use Thor to smash out most of the big stuff that I gotta get forged down really quick before I lose all the heat. This is a 3.5 pound hammer. Peen hammer actually, because it's got the peen on one side. And this thing is an absolute beauty because I mean it puts in work. It does exactly what it's supposed to be used for, literally just moving metal, and that's what it does. This right here is actually an antique ball peen hammer that I bought when I went to an antique mall. Pretty much the handle is about to come apart, so whenever that happens, this will become a new project. I'm gonna go ahead and try what I've seen people do on YouTube and flatten that out and turn it into a tomahawk. But we'll see if I can do that. And this hammer right here, I usually just use for like light blows. I think this is a masonry hammer. They usually use for like chipping brick and stuff like that. But I use it to flatten out and smooth out stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I got pretty much a backyard forge. It's literally the cheapest way that I could learn to forge. And everything I learned from YouTube, which probably most of you that are into blacksmithing already know all the YouTube channels like Alex Steel, Blackbeard Projects, Make and Create. I pretty much really enjoy blacksmithing because it's very calming and it's literally an art. Most people see it as just, oh, you just swing a hammer and flatten out a piece of metal. No, there's actually a lot of technique that goes into swinging those hammers, and it's very difficult. I'm not even gonna lie, like that's why this first knife, don't get me wrong, it turned out a lot better than what I thought it was gonna be. This was a railroad spike, literally, this entire thing. And you can see the little bit of a seam right there. That's actually where the head of the railroad spike got bent over and laid down. And I mean, I was very proud of myself the day that I finished this. Well, not finished it, but got it to this point. Because I was like, wow, I can actually do this. And I've pretty much just been on a roll since then. I mean, I enjoy it a lot. If I could get a gas forge, I would really be able to like bang out knives all day. Because I pretty much got the technique down. I'd love for my next railroad spike knife project to be a twisted handle, but we'll see. The next video that I will be putting out related to blacksmithing will actually be a video of me forging, and it will probably be the first video that I've ever edited on my YouTube channel. So look forward to that. But yeah, everybody, this has been, I think I might change my YouTube name to Beowulf Projects. Because right now I changed it. It was Tactical Combat Instructor, but I really don't shoot as many guns as I used to, and I really can't because of the area that I'm in. So I changed it to Beowulf, which is what pretty much the nickname I got from a lot of my friends. But I enjoy blacksmithing a lot, a very big lot. I would recommend it to anyone that is looking for a hobby. But that's all I'm really going to get into for today. So if you enjoyed the video and would like to see the blacksmithing project, please subscribe and turn on the notifications. If you didn't enjoy it, I really don't care because that's just the kind of person I am. I could care less if you enjoyed it. I just do this just to try and entertain people and just to try and show you what I can do or what I do. So, like I said, if you enjoyed, please subscribe and turn on notifications. And if you really enjoyed it, press that like button. And I will see you all in the next video.